Tariffs, high input prices, and of all things, the success of the beef industry are all existential threats to the Idaho farm. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, and I look at the perfect storm of issues that threatens Idaho's small farms and could increase our reliance on corporate farms into the future.
These are just prepared for next year.
This is all prepped for next year.
Yep.
You guys are done with this?
Yep, it's ready to go.
The harvest is over, and small Idaho farmers like Tristan Weiniger have put their fields to bed for the winter.
Trying to wrap up the season, hoping to be done by the end of the week.
And the next harvest? It's anything but certain.
It's tough times right now, and I think that it's worse than anybody planned for or imagined. It's actually our family cemetery plot up there.
Weiniger's family has been farming for generations, with about 1,000 acres in Wilder.
That field's ours. The next one over is ours.
He says he's confident he can weather the storm, but farm experts say not everyone will be so lucky.
How much danger in the short term are a lot of these little farms?
You know, I think there is quite a bit of danger.
That's Brett Wilder, an expert in farm business management from the University of Idaho. He says the cost of input products like pesticides and fertilizer is near a record high thanks to supply chain issues dating all the way back to coronavirus.
You know what this is? This is long COVID.
You know, that's a great, ag has a really bad case of long COVID, frankly. That's a great way to put it, Roland. That's when we took that big step up in input costs.
Also, ranchers all over the world are processing much of their herds to take advantage of sky-high beef prices. And with fewer cattle, there's less need for forage crops, which many farmers produce.
We're just in a really bad supply glut of all these things that I would call the cattle feeding sector.
And then there's President Trump. Wilder says his chaotic tariff fights have not helped, especially since fertilizer and pesticide producers like Canada have been targeted.
What has changed is the ability of somebody to come in, make an agreement, and have confidence that that agreement's going to hold with no changes in 6 months' time. We have a situation where we potentially have caused some long-term disturbances in our ability to negotiate with countries as a whole.
Weiniger says Trump shouldn't be blamed.
Donald Trump's only been in there less than a year, and all this stuff has happened. I believe that our presidency and our government will pull through for us, and it'll be better on the outgoing than it will be coming into it. There's going to be some growing pains.
The question is, how bad will those pains be? Even if Trump manages the art of the deal, will it be worth it? Weiniger says yes.
Something needed to change because honestly, before our new president, things were in a tough way anyway.
If costs don't go down or prices up, farmers will be forced to innovate to try and make ends meet. Weiniger showed us how he's using huge amounts of compost and non-till practices to increase his yield with some pretty good success. But those without the expertise or willingness to change may find themselves replacing their crops with a for sale sign next year. Reporting from Nampa, I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, Idaho News 6.